There we go. Hello. Welcome to Aura Kingdom Impact, where once again we do not have the Warbow released. That being said, we do have Lancer now, which means this beautiful staff that I've been using for a while actually corresponds to the weapon I'm using. Oh, did I bug my hair in one go? Yes. Well, that's what happens when you play Aura Kingdom, eh? At least the rest of my skirt's still there. Anyway, so I don't actually have a plan for today. I'm just gonna vibe out with my new dark set. I don't even have the best idol on for it. Technically, that would be probably Endora right now. But I got some dark damage and I got a weapon that I should probably fortify some more, but I'm out of fortification scrolls, so we could probably start there. Problems with the class? Actually, we'll start with the Dimensional Hall. So I have played just the slightest bit, as you can see. I've got... Yesterday I did just, I think, 3 or 4 dungeons? But not much, so let's see what it's like. And that's not the button for the Dimensional Hall. So we do have the new level 85 Dimensional Hall, since that's the new cap. Suppose we should turn on some sound effects too, and it's gonna mess with the size of my UI. Yeah. Oh, where did my... Oh, there it is. Fix the UI while this is going. So I did actually get some masteries here. You might be able to tell that some of my skills are already orange down in the corner here. That's too small. There. You still haven't fixed that, huh? And if you've had any difficulty with this Dimensional Hall, the problem is probably that you've got the little mobs up. But there's enough AoE on Lance there that I was able to just grab them without actually targeting them. I think? You know, I think I've gotten a furniture bag just once. They're as rare in this game as they are in the other one. Hey, Rain! Hello! You're alive too! Oh, my skirt bugged that time. It appears that the Lance class is very prone to the visual costume glitches when you jump cast. Yeah, so I did nab the Orange Hymn of Doom mastery here. Whoop, there was another boss. No, but I'm playing dark anyway. You can't make me play lightning. I literally just invested everything into dark stuff for bow, so I'm playing Dark Lance whether or not it's meta or not. Oh, come on. Come on. That's my luck, right? They're gonna make it holy bow, aren't they? Well, it's gonna be stronger than my lightning one was, because for lightning I didn't have the emblem or anything. So... physical bow. You know what? I've got a physical pet. If they decide to go physical bow, then I guess I'll just have to suffer that. But I do have a physical pet, because that was one of the ones I managed to re-roll on my own. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing with my points here. Don't copy me. But we do need some fortifications, so I guess the next step would be to go on to farm some fortifications. But quite frankly, the ones I need are the lower level ones. Yeah. Look at that, I can one-shot the boss. Ideally, what I want is the Dark Infusion for Glacial Smash, because that's one of the ones that I use quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but if it's a dark and I've got 0 ice damage, then that's better than having it being a an ice element. I still feel like if you want to play a class in an element, you're basically losing out on DPS if you don't get the infusion that matches that element, right? Like, Starcutter might be the exception because of the way that the wings work, but for any other class, being able to convert another skill into your preferred element, that's like no downside. But of course, I started stacking up the fire elemental damage, since if you're playing with the floating cannons, everything's going to be fire anyway, right? Hello, Aichi-kun. Lasers as a lightning skill, hmm? Well, I mean, I have the tear infusion, so I can change any skill into lightning. What? I think I did the tear infusion on one of my skills. Which one was it? Did I put the lightning infusion on Glacial Smash right now? I might have. I wasn't paying attention. I was just throwing Eidolons into skills. Honestly, I can't say that I even have that much of a great idea of where to put things. Yeah, I just threw him on the Glacial Smash for now. Because I don't have a ton of Eidolons that even do all that much. The numbers are so low and very few of them have any of the, like, field expansion ones. Alright, time to watch my gold vanish. They added Sashi and Dante into Eidolon dungeons. You mean as the extra drops? Because I remember seeing Tsubaki as the extra drops in, Wait, what? Oh, that's superior. Yeah, I saw that. But I think I think the rates are so low. Yeah, we got Tsubaki here. Wait, what? There. Tsubaki here. Dante. And Sashi. So I guess each dungeon will have their own specific gold Eidolon, eh? Interesting. But my problem is still fortification scrolls. Honestly, I should have bought a charm. I'm gonna end up running all these on my alt character again today. Oh, already I'm into the superiors. Oh, Zashi's got a cleanse now, does she? Eidolon. Zashi. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. And damage to boss stars? That's not terrible either, but the percents are so low, I'm not sure how effective that would be. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 10. 10% boss damage on the stars. Does that mean her infusion would have cleanse as well? Oh, shouldn't have done that. Do these guys even drop them? They do, technically. Yeah, but still only 10%. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's not a bad effect either. I wish it was a little more clear what exactly the effects of the 4-star infusion would be before you get it. Or does it actually say that? Eidolon, Zashi. Wait a minute, does it not even show their infusion effects here? Oh, chance to remove own debuffs on cast. Okay. So hers does actually kind of say it. Oh, thanks. Yes, you're letting me know to hover over key. Now, after I finish these last two here, and I'll have gotten 0 of the weapon scrolls that I need, I'll move on to actually running dungeons that might take a little more than one-shotting. It's just a shame that I got my hands on an actually relatively okay weapon to use, and then I can't even fortify it to show off what it can actually do. Yeah, see, 0. I'm sure I'll go through all these superior ones in like a second once I'm actually got up to plus 20, but until I'm at plus 20, not much I can do. I got what, 20 total of the regular fortifications? That's pathetic. Useless. They really need to up the drop rate on those. Like, sure, other people might need more of the higher ones, but either make it so you can use the higher fortification scrolls on the weapons, or just increase the drop rate of the lower ones in the upper level ones, or in the upper level runs. I don't really need that in my inventory. I don't know. If anybody wants a Summer Gaia card, whisper me and I'll mail it to you. Because otherwise I'm just going to sell it for coins. Yeah, but 20 scrolls in a dungeon is going to get you way further along than you would in this game. Like, I guess I haven't really sat down and counted how many it takes to get from 20 to 30, but it'll take more than 1,000 in this one. Anyway. We'll just start from the top here then. I was actually struggling a little bit in these solo modes on my as a star caller. I thought it might be that I really should upgrade from my sniper set, but I kind of don't want to. Yep, that wasn't the right button. Oh, these guys are the healers. Did they not heal in solo mode? No, they don't. So if you're struggling with this dungeon in party mode, make sure you're taking out the mobs, because each of the elites in this one has a special effect on them that will increase like either the damage of the nearby mobs or heal them constantly, and it stacks. Alright, so generally, the way that I've been playing Lancer, because I've actually not got a ton of experience playing Lance, is first you're going to use the triple red, and then you'll use the red, red, blue. Theory code? Is that new gear? Void Bone, Eternal Light, time shuttle principle? Is it this one? The not code, but time shuttle principle? I don't know if I've got the formula for it. I have not created it yet. I should though. Yeah, they changed the name. I guess that's gonna have to replace Kazigla? Is it better than Kazigla though? All stats plus 3. I don't know, it's just we've got more stats in general, so is that more valuable? Because the detailed damage is higher on Kazigla, right? Oop, am I dying? Yes. Yeah, I am using an elemental trophy. I probably shouldn't. Honestly, I'd probably be fine replacing it because of the 40% pet. The returns on that damage is probably not worth it, right? Like, it's probably more effective to use that over the elemental one. Oh shoot, I should grab the quest for this before I run it again, because there's the one-time quest. Oh, well, I'm not at 200% yet, but even though if you're saying that diminishing returns start at 200%, even at low percents, sometimes other things are more effective in terms of actually increasing your actual damage. It's just that I don't have the mathematical formula for it. So if you're telling me that you think it'd be better for me to switch from my elemental trophy over to the time code, I will go ahead and just start working on that, because if we take a look at my dark damage, it's only at 133%. No, it's not. Dark attribute skill improvement is 133, and my bonus to dark targets is only 20. Oh, you mean that they do the same thing? That shouldn't. Only if the target is that element, though. Yikes, I think I got a bit of a crowd here because I wasn't focusing. Alright. Come on. Oh, it doesn't last long enough. Gotcha, okay. Well, I still feel like you're probably right that the amount of percent I've got for the dark damage compared to my detailed damage means it would make more sense to move over to the other one. That's just the kind of detailed stuff that I'm bad at. At least I've resisted going all in on making myself look extremely cute. I've stuck with the same costume basically since the start of the game. Yeah, the only thing is that I don't play with other players for the majority of the time, right? Basically, the only time I play in a party is with you, so if I'm playing alone, I still need to be able to handle myself on my own, right? Like, this is solo mode and I'm not one-shotting bosses. Although, yeah, I should go get the quest for that before I have to put it off another day. Is the only way to get the formula still, idle on whatchamacallit? I haven't even looked. Refining recipe? Oh no, it's here! Okay. Got that. That's party mode. It'll probably be a blue exclamation mark in an odd place. Yeah, there it is. Oh, where's my coffee? Maybe I'll take a detour to the guild hall to activate that. I haven't got the refining core though. Probably should just use a teleport stone for this. That's the one. Alright, but we're gonna take a little detour to the guild hall. Oh, hello, Evan. Yeah, they're... Where? Oh, thank you, Ram. Yeah, I've actually been getting one-shot by Fatima, especially when she does that thing with the lightning. So that's the place I'm gonna go next as soon as I craft myself this timecode thing, except I probably need the item as the base as well. Level appropriate, trophy, lost memory rune. I bet you I don't have enough gold dragon points for it anymore. I probably don't have enough! Don't do this. Don't do this. I would say never use the exchange for dragon points to go from regular to golden. Now, thanks to all of my using up other fortification scrolls, I've got a heck ton of accessory ones. So I guess we'll go to 9. Watch my gold vanish on me. Okay, so I started just above 3,700, so let's see how much it takes to get to plus 30. I almost wanna... Yeah. There we go, then we'll switch to advanced. Go to plus 14, because I've got a 15th order. Oh, yeah. And now the question is, will 500 even be enough to get to plus 20? It might not. I hate fortification in this game. But at least it's fast. Rain's been telling me that the Lightning Lancer is the way to go. But the reason why I'm choosing Dark is the Hymn of Doom. So you don't really have a real fire nuke skill. So I don't think it would be recommended. Yeah. I mean, I've been running a bit more Vault of Eternity on regular Aura Kingdom, or on the other Aura Kingdom, to be able to get fragments, because I do now have all the stones that I need. Wait, are you saying it's not that it's only this bad because it's me doing it? It does appear that I'll have enough to get to plus 20, though. But yeah, I got all the stones that I need for my Awakening Holy Chest, Now I just need fragments, so I've been working on getting fragments in Vault of Eternity on my other account. And at the same time, I've been leveling up my wizard because I got the Kerberos wizard staff for S35. And boy, is wizard fun on the other game. I just could not get into it on this one. Oh, I can do level floor 7. That is it. Alright, we're at about 200 gold spent now. Come on. And one of the things I don't like about this one is the way that it pops up the sales deals once you hit plus 24 and plus 29. Like, that feels really scummy. Alright, so that was almost 250 gold. And now watch the... Oh no, I guess did the upgrade chance went down still, right? Because it went from 2% to 0.4%. Now we really get to watch the gold vanish. I would probably be down to just 300 or 3,000. That's my bet. Riveting stream content. At least I get to drink coffee. Actually, I saw somebody selling, I think it was on coffee, I saw somebody selling a hands pack. Like a pack of VTuber hands that you could use with any model, and one of them had a cup of coffee in hand, and I was really tempted to buy it, but my air conditioning repair bill is in, so there won't be any silly purchases in the next little while. Yep, just watching that gold vanish. But that was why I saved up all the gold. I saved up the gold so that I'd be able to kit out my characters. Hello, Skyler. You've joined at probably the worst time. All I'm doing is watching my gold vanish as I try to fortify up this gear so that it's a little less suffering in the dungeon. Well, if Bo does come out with at level 90, then hopefully I'll at least be 85 to use the level 85 gold weapon. Ideally. And I don't care if they make Holy the meta for it. I'm playing it dark because that's the way I am. Plus this I can use on Bo, right? I should have gone for like a walk or something and let you guys just watch it for me like I did last time. Sounds like I had better luck when I wasn't looking at it. I am playing on the Alucard server, though it's my understanding that the other one, the cat server, has quite a bit more players on it. It's also the first one in the list, so I can see why that would just be like default. It's the same launcher though, so you can switch back and forth between them. Well, not with characters, you have to make new characters. Oh, just watching it go. Okay, it's actually kind of depressing watching this go, so I'm gonna stop for a second. Switch this to plus 25, and then hopefully... We'll take a break at plus 25. Oh, that's right. So, Stella has gone home. Gone home to Mom. I actually went to Mom this morning and we had coffee together, and wow, Stella was so enthusiastic when I got there. Like, she just literally leapt into my arms to say hi, and then she got it's been raining, so she got me covered in muddy puppy paws. But I will admit that the an extra 5 minutes in the morning when she would have been pressuring me to go for a walk as soon as she got up, it's kind of nice to have that to just kind of stare at the ceiling. This is taking a lot longer than I expected, so I think at plus 23 we'll take a break and go around an actual dungeon because this is a frustrating. Oh, there we go. Right as I was saying it. All right, let's go. Throw that on instead, and we'll keep doing a little bit of fortification between each run. Hello, Zet! And yes, that is a lot. So I'm frustrated because I don't have enough weapon ones, but fortunately at least, because I've been using all my weapon ones, archive. Oh yeah, I should archive it first before... I don't think it'll unlock another level, but yes, they are a lot easier to get on this server, Dezette. Could probably get a couple hundred total across all the different types every day, but yes, it also costs gold instead of fragments. Hello, Odie, Horchat, Love Sue. That was already bad, so it's fine. Anyway, let's see if that's any different for Tomb of the Ancients solo. I'm definitely not at a level where I could solo the party modes for these. Alright, so I've got the... Again, I'm not 100% sure what the meta choice would be, but I am using the increased self-damage one here. It's just that it's only 3%, so I'm not sure how good that is. The Navia stairs method? Is it, are you more lucky if you sit in Navia? I'll absolutely try that after this dungeon. Because, that was depressing. It's just base... Boss and all stats 3%. So it does feel like I'm doing quite a bit more damage. The current level for Cap is 85. 23 to 27 and 190 scrolls. Not bad. My current issue with my lance is that I don't have enough of the mid-level weapon scrolls to even get it to plus 20. Whoop. Not focusing. I think that's my biggest issue, is that I get distracted by chat and then I just die like a fool. Oh, maybe it was lucky that I did, because I would have forgotten the quest. Oh, another person on the other server. I guess I picked the lonely server. But yeah, I'm blaming that death on reading chat. Wow, that was actually not much damage at all there. When you were alive. No, unfortunately I'm playing on the other server, the American Alucard server. Especially when Tyr was having issues last week, there was a lot of people that were very upset when they thought it was a nerf. But to be fair, yeah, it does feel like they're not exactly listening to what people on the North American server are saying, because most of the devs will actually chit-chat with the Taiwan players, right? Which makes sense, because they've got a bit of a language barrier when it comes to the English server. But if you weren't aware, I'm actually a volunteer moderator for the OG Aura Kingdom server, and they've got one of the people from their staff office is actually interacting with the community, and it's like so nice finally seeing some communication. Oh, Narcas, hello! So shout out Buzardo, who's been doing an amazing job but is not involved on the Impact team. Oh, that was not the mother wanted to use it on. Oh, Buzardo is doing his absolute best. This music isn't really vibing with this dungeon. I wouldn't mind about having stuff on Paragon that was super cash heavy if they hadn't locked it so that if you're a free-to-play player you can't sell those items. Because I think one of the ways that the majority of players would ever get ahead massively in the regular Aura Kingdom is by rolling something that they can sell on Paragon, whether or not that's a big hit or just some Eidolon fragments they can use. But in Impact, basically if you're free to play, the only way you can make gold is dungeons. Wait, Norcas, what are you talking about your name? Oh, why am I getting messages on Discord too? Or do you mean your other name, Biko? Back-to-back name mean. What? Whenever somebody says, say my name, all I'm thinking is the song, right? Wait, did they not have gold sellers on the other server, or did they actually get rid of them? Oh, Heisenberg. I was busy thinking, what is it? Is it Beyonce or Destiny's Child? Okay, small short story here. I was thinking about making like a little emote where I could like trigger sad looking musical notes around my character every time I start singing because I sing so poorly. But I accidentally killed my computer trying to do it. Like I literally had to roll back a week because there was some kind of bug in OBS where it would not let me connect to any streams. So that's dead, but I was tempted to do a little bit of a song there. You got me tempted to go check out what the cash, the price of things are like in the on the other server, but my characters are only level 1, so I wouldn't be able to. Like, you know, Narcas, I was gonna play it muted, but it kind of seemed a bit like I wasn't doing any damage when I've got it muted. And again, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna put in points. I can reset them later. Let's try to get to plus 25 on the Navia steps, shall we? Since that's apparently the way to go. And then we'll go on to the next dungeon. Yeah, I actually muted the... I muted the button for Aura Kingdom sound effects when they changed the whip. Oh, this one? That's the Secret Stones and Modifications weapon, or menu. You don't have to go to a Secret Stone shop in this one. Alright, unhide players. Yeah, there's not a lot of people around, eh? Anyway. Time to watch my gold vanish again. See if we can hit plus 25. Oh, closer to the portal? You want me to go here? And like I said, when you hit plus 25, it's like, ooh, don't you want to buy though? Not a fan. Well, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe this is a good spot to do fortifications. Why am I provoking this small child? I'm sorry, small child. I'll go away now. I'm kind of glad they made it faster though, because considering how long we have to sit here watching it fortify anyway, doing it at the previous speed, honestly, you could just set it and go for half an hour or something. Anyway, the quest is probably like... Oh, I don't see it actually. Oh, there. Yeah, we'll do like... I'll do like 3 more after the dungeon. Probably worth keeping. Alright, let's go. Sarpa Lab solo. So I don't like the last boss of this one because she has a tendency to grab you and just kill you while you can't fight back. But honestly, I struggled with this boss in the OG server for a very long time as well. Oh, congratulations, Ram! I see you at the top. You won a costume. Oh, I'm without life absorb. Why did you target this guy? That tab target was a little bit off. You coming? So this skill is supposed to gather enemies around the target, but I couldn't get it to work on the other server, so let's give it a shot here. Okay, that worked. That did do what it said it does. I think I was just one-shotting everything, even when I took off all my gear, so I wasn't able to see this work on the other server, but it definitely works here. Beta server. Now, they did release that Zeus idol on the Taiwan server, so it's not like we'll never get the new stuff that they're releasing, but I am kind of happy that they're at least releasing new eidolons here that we haven't seen on the old one, because then there's something that's at least, like, not rehashed. Wait, Soulstorm? Soulstorm is charged? No. Wait, is that the storm, like, slash around one? I haven't played... I don't remember which one left path is. I might have to just switch class for a second to take a look at what you're talking about. Nope. I need more HP. I should probably get a level 80 accessory set. Because I really want to just kind of hold out on my plus 30 sniper until level 90 armor comes out. The way that they run. Yeah, after we finish this dungeon, or do I even have a weapon in here? It's level 60. It's fine, we'll do it real quick. Left path, Ronin. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Left path? No, not that, I want this one. It's a charge skill? At half charge, move speed increases by 10%. At full charge, damage range doubles and pulls hit targets excluding boss monsters to your surroundings. After casting, if not in Soul Blade state, additionally gain 40... Oh, okay. Okay. I like that. I do like that. But the thumbnail says I am a Lancer, so I'm gonna stick with Lancer, but I like that. Because that skill feels kind of whatever on the other server. I use it mostly just to stack Soulstorm outside of dungeons. Be even better if it could be Storm Element. Wait, what the heck is killing me so fast? Oh, it's because I don't have no heal. Or rather, the heal is reduced. There. Guess maybe if I put that one there. Target's crit rate and crit damage. I think it's probably... Oh, but that's total death. Yeah, I don't know what to do for a rotation here. I'm mostly still just goofing around. Oh, those vampiric vows too, you can't target them. Not gonna lie, I usually sweep these dungeons because the gold drop rate is so pathetic anyway. I need to try and get these other skills into my rotation. I'm just so used to only using 4 skills. Oh, I suppose I should talk to what's-his-face over here first. There we are. Oh no, we are not. Come on. Okay, and then we have Fatima who does an amazing... Oh, hey, look, move speed buff. Actually, that's in the other version too, isn't it? I'm probably not going to be able to handle all these mobs. Now, in party mode, when you're running through here, you can get stacks that decrease your damage by 5% up to 10 times. So watch out, make sure you don't just dash into the boss while you're at 50% damage. Just another thing to watch out for if you're struggling here. But you don't have to worry about that in solo mode, because in solo mode apparently I'm already struggling enough that they don't need that. I do like the old animation for Hymn of Doom, where you'd like jump up and throw the lance at the ground. I don't have my stun handy. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. And I guess 2 more fortifications before we go back in. I'm not actually going to run all the way back to Navia, though. Get my head out of the way here. I would love to be able to read what the fortifications are doing instead of the window just immediately disappearing every time the bar fills. If there's any devs in the chat. That wasn't bad. Guys, I think I know the... Oh, someone just whispered me saying go for plus 30. We're kind of on a roll here. That dungeon whispers at you a lot. And of course, now that I said let's go do some more, it's gonna slow down massively. Okay, we'll go to the full potential and then run another dungeon. Come on. You know, I think it would actually be neat if it had the name of the person who made the core on the final equipment. Try sitting? Why, does it actually make it better? Alright, we're just gonna sit in the middle of the path. See you in the other game! In the other game, needless to say, it did not do that. Oh, my legs are gonna be sore. I won't be able to run dungeons if I do that. Hold on, can I just be on my mount? There we go. Let's calm down and stare at the cool dude. It's gonna take 1,000 potential, isn't it? Actually, knowing my luck, it'll go to like 900. I like those shoes. Oh, hey, Lousy. I would say get in your bets now as to how much G I've gonna have left, but oh. It interrupted his idle animation. But yeah, I don't have time to make a poll before it's gonna finish, I'm sure. Or at least maybe that's optimistic thinking on my part, but there we go! Ta-da! Done. Oh, look at that! I broke 300,000 HP. I really do need to do forts on my my accessories. Alright, does that mean that now I'll be able to absolutely cakewalk through here? Not in the slightest, but... maybe? This isn't exactly the right musical one. Neither is this. I've just got it on my chill tunes, or chill vibes playlist I've got going here. Well, when I use this outside of combat, the big animation is hit or miss, but according to Lind, even when the large animation doesn't play, it does still have the AoE. It's just that the AoE is actually rings, not a huge giant circle. It's rings. So sometimes mobs will be in the gap between the rings. Oh, come on, you had to target the worst one. We are. I mean, I guess it feels quite a bit stronger considering that was just a fortification. But yeah, I don't know. For accessories, I was kind of hoping that I could just vibe out until the 95 set comes out, but farming the 95 set is going to be pretty suffering, because all of the farming in this game is quite suffering for the gear, like especially the accessories. So I don't know, maybe I do just go for the level 80 set. That, and then Hymn of Doom, and then try not to die. I need to remember to use these other ones. And again, don't follow what I'm doing in my weapon mastery here, I've got no idea. Oh, yeah, no, they're gonna get me. Because I have the healing debuff. Oh, feels like just yesterday I was parading through the S30 hells on the other server without ease. Just thinking that this staff is really top heavy. Feels like it should extend a little further down to be able to balance that out. I suppose I should greet some people. Behold my ridiculous friends list. Oh. was trying to get triple blue there so I could have healed, but I'm not good enough at this yet. So this does work. Pulls enemies around the target to the caster's side. Reduces total death by 3%, and reduces target skill damage of all attributes. That's more of a PvP thing. Like, those effects don't feel like they'd be super valuable in PvE. Unless it actually means, like... No, reduces target damage. We'll try going for the, activating this icy buff before I deal with the mobs here. It's only 5 seconds of heals, right? Restores 5% max HP, restores 1% per second, generates a field, and then 5 seconds? Oh, hello, Plinko! What a coincidence! I happen to be a noob. Yeah, unfortunately, Gunslinger doesn't exist on this server yet. No, it's a 1% heal a second is what it says, but it also says it does a 5% heal off the top. Are you saying that's the part that's incorrect? Oh, hello, Timeless. Oh, just in time to watch me suffer on Mother Boss. Oh, shoot. That's the suffering part. The flame ring? If you mean this animation of the flame rings around this, I spoke with someone who took a look at the code, and when it doesn't animate, it's actually just a visual glitch. So the effect of the ring is always there, whether or not you can see it or not, like that. It's just whether or not the animation plays properly. In fact, it might actually be playing underground or something, considering how glitchy this game can get at times. But basically, the rings are always there. If it looks like it's not hitting the targets, that's because it's not a full circle AoE. It is rings, like a target. Or a curling house, if anyone here has ever seen curling. Can't one shot. This is solo mode, so I actually am doing quite poorly here. Wait, is my Eidolon not even out? Oh, he died at some point and I didn't bring him back. No problem. To be honest, I wasn't even sure how to start looking into it. It was someone else that brought it up in the Impact Discord, where Lind noticed it and helped. Okay, has anyone in chat heard of curling before? That's everybody waiting and rushing to... yeah. Well, if you're talking about Impact, apparently, lightning is absolutely killing it, and I'm gonna die. Oh. Lightning is absolutely killing it in this game. That lightning is the way to go. It's just that I was preparing for dark bow, so I'm playing dark anyway. As for playing fire, you don't exactly have a great nuke skill for fire. The only two skills you've got are your taser bomb and the infernal exile, right? So, fair enough. That's probably going to be a pretty big reason. Are there any people capped in this game right now since the cap just went up? Like, okay, there's probably some people. Well, it's also got the lightning bounce, right? It's not as far of a bounce as the as like the Grenz is. Grenz has definitely got a larger range than the Lancer does, but apparently lightning's the way to go now. 83 to 94. Wow, people are already past the cap, eh? Can you imagine? Oh, my poor gold. Looking quite pathetic there. Community chest. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. Alright, now on to a significantly easier dungeon where I can one-shot myself on the first boss. Wahaha! Scar would be capped if I had only given him the right food. Actually, what we should do now is the boss rush on those two dungeons. For the Eidolon mode and the Mastery mode, or the Fortification mode. What's going on here? Okay, that was clearly not a 5% heal. Oh, my VTube character is, well, I took a screenshot of my character in the regular Aura Kingdom, wearing the costume that I liked, and then I kind of separated it into layers by, like, redrawing parts of it. And then I looked up a bunch of live 2D tutorials and did my best, and that's kind of why there's not a lot of articulation. And the articulation that there is a little bit not great. Let's just say I'm not taking any commissions anytime soon. Yeah, it was a lot of work. And quite frankly, with what I ended up with, I probably didn't need to use the free trial version. Like, I didn't need to limit myself to finishing within the free trial of Live 2D Cubism. Just because what I've got, I don't really have that many, I don't have that much physics going on anyway, so I probably would have been fine to just keep working on it once my trial ran out. But having a deadline where it's like, I needed to finish before the trial was done kind of pushed me to actually finish it rather than getting caught up on trying to make it perfect. Someday I would like to commission a proper model. Someday. Someday. I think the part that sucks the most is that because the Canadian dollar is so weak, it doesn't really matter where you're looking for an artist, you're going to end up paying, like, the number gets really, really high. Man, I kind of want to just use the rings that drop inside here, but the problem is that they're coreless. Loss of stats. I don't even know if I've got all the recipes yet. Refining recipe. Is it all just in here now? Totally is. Holy crap! Some people's models are so cool. I love just watching other people, so you could pay up with your kidney. I need that kidney, thanks. So this is something that I talked about a little bit before when I opened it up, but as you can see, I've got YouTube memberships open, and that's because YouTube offered me a lump sum just to open it, regardless of whether or not anybody would sign up. So my thought process is, okay, I'm gonna open it up. I'm not gonna, like, lock a whole bunch of stuff behind it, but then even if no one signs up, I still get the lump sum, and then I throw that into my savings account for VTubing stuff, and that'll be like a nice step up in being able to afford a model. So once that comes through, I'll be one step closer to being able to afford it. The kidney for processing coffee. I don't want to think about what kind of condition my kidneys would be in. They wouldn't even be worth a VTuber model. Hey, I've had her out this whole time, right, Frigga? So if you're wondering why I have a, if you're wondering why I've got the memberships open and thinking, wow, you don't do enough to be worth having it, just think of it as me taking something from YouTube without giving anything back. Just getting a little something something from the big guy without anyone having to give up anything for it. Although if you did join the membership, you would get access to the sipping coffee emote that Plinko just used, as well as that cute clock. But that's basically it. So, probably not worth anyone's money. VTube just be a coffee. Oh, you know, like I was mentioning earlier, I saw somebody on Twitter, because I spend a lot of time looking at VTubers on Twitter, which is a great way to just see a whole bunch of different ones. And somebody had these hands, like just hands that you could have. Like that would go with any model. So like I could have I could just put my model down a little bit so that the elbows aren't visible, and then have hands popping up, holding a cup of coffee, and it would have looked so cool, but yeah, no, I've got air conditioning repair bill. Actually, that credit card bill just came through, so it's due in like 20 days. It's fine, I can afford it. Coffee slime. Now, if I were to have like a little pet on my desk... Well, our air conditioning broke. So we called in somebody to take a look at it, and they were like, yeah, it's completely leaked. And we found, like, all the coolant had leaked, and we found a valve on the outside that was broken, and we are so fortunate that that was the only issue. So the valve itself was $5, but the diagnostics and everything trying to figure out what was wrong with it ended up coming to about, well, I think 1,800 Canadian, which is fine, because I'm very good at saving money, so it's not like I'm missing food to be able to afford it. It's fine. It's completely fine. I'll be able to afford it. But it does make me feel like no silly discretionary spending for the next little while. So the last time somebody gave me a coffee donation, I actually just made waffles at home. And I hope they were okay with that. But yeah, air conditioning's important. And then of course at the same time our hot water tap broke. It's just a little, it's not like mandatory for living, but it's a little hot water tap in the kitchen that pours like boiling water for tea and coffee and stuff. So we had to get that fixed, and that was another charge on top of that. And then my headphones broke, and I was like, yeah, well, I can't not have headphones, so I did end up getting new headphones. So probably not gonna be any silly 1.8. It's called instant hot water. If you've never seen it before, basically it's like a tiny little water tank that keeps the water quite a bit hotter and just connected to a little tap. Yeah, no, I don't want a kettle. I want my hot water tap. We don't have very much counter space, so the hot water tap is better. Like it's an extra tap at the sink, and then out the water is hot enough for tea. It's amazing. I love it, and I don't want to live without it, especially not in the winter. So the fact that we were able to afford not only that, but but my headphones at the same time, and I'm not struggling, should give you an understanding that I've been very diligently saving money in case things go wrong. But that's how home ownership works. When you're renting, that's the kind of thing that you don't need to worry about because your landlord has to replace it. But when you own your own place, you have to be able to afford that kind of stuff. So I've been very careful in not spending silly amounts of things on VTuber models, for example. So, yeah, I'm fine. That wasn't begging for donations. It was just me whining about how being a homeowner is suffering. Yeah, whatever, Plinko. You don't have to think about it every time you think of tea. I keep tossing these because I've already got it, and I assume that they're not worth anything anymore, but I should probably actually check. No, I don't have I don't have a landlord. I own my place. So that's what I'm saying is that when you are a homeowner and you're liable for those kind of fixes. Thanks, Plinko. Wait, what? Not mine? The free costume we got from oh, no, you mean the other ones. Show them, throw them at that one VTuber you follow trying to get a shout out. I'm actually not sure what one oh, hey, would you look at that? It can't be. Ganon still can't. Now, I'm sure very few people feel anything positive towards landlords, and I completely understand why that would be the case, because I'm sure that, for example, we got like 1 week turnaround going from it's broken, I've got someone here to check it out, and then somebody here to repair it. That's not the speed that you're going to be dealing with if you've got a landlord. The landlord's going to take their own sweet time, and you're just going to sit there suffering in the summer heat at the end of the summer. But, you know, it is nice to not have those kind of emergency high expenses, unless, of course, they decide that they're just going to charge you for it anyway because landlords suck. And that was really easy. That felt way easier than when I was running solo mode. Oh, that's because it's... No, the Eidolon instances were harder. What the... Something doesn't feel right. That shouldn't have been that easy. It's not just me, right? That seems way easier. Oh, is that the code? Thanks, Blanco. If you haven't used that code, I believe I have, make sure that you do. It was sent out in the newsletter for when the class dropped. You'll get a cool 5,000 LP. I should pin that. Oh, I gotta open up my other window to pin it. Ta-da! $5,000 LP. Yeah, that felt a little on the... That felt a little bit like I was doing better than I was in the solo modes. I thought those were harder, though. Now I just don't know. Yeah. Not only do we not have Vault of Eternity, we have the quest for it and can't enter it to get rid of the quest. Anyway, I require LP. So I'm gonna get myself this Puppet Karis because I want the dark damage. And plus 3,000 damage is also nice. But it's only here for the 1 week. As you can see, I'm doing a pretty decent job building up LP, but I'm gonna need to finish it as soon as possible. So I think we'll take an opportunity here to quickly run through some dungeons and grab some LP. Now the only thing I need here is the LP, so I'm just gonna run as fast as possible through. My inventory is gonna be a debacle after this. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're gonna make it so that Dark Bow is like nowhere near. Well, I mean, I should, you're right. But I'm not gonna go and like specifically grab up every mob. I'm more concerned about time. I forgot that that was party mode, so that wasn't the last boss. It'd be nice to get back up to 3,000 gold today. I should probably move this so it's not covered every time I open up a window. They don't really have a... I mean, the Tachi is still Storm, right? Oh hey, I saw Rem there for a sec. Is that the end of my cup of coffee? Hello, Panda! Population. Now, I've heard our server is suffering a lot more than the Asia server is, so the population on ours is a little on the low side, but the Asia server is doing much healthier. So if you were planning on starting, start on the Asia server. There is a button to auto-translate things. It won't I don't think it translates people's names. But for example, this person that's recruiting, you can hit the auto-translate button and see what they're saying, so even if you don't understand all the languages, you can still communicate with people there. Wait. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Whee! I'll use it here too, why not? Oh, it didn't work. I hate when the bosses can be attacked, but aren't vulnerable, and it doesn't do any of the effects on it. It just wastes your skills. They should get rid of that. The other thing I'd like them to do is when you're running like a full set of the fortification dungeons, it's kind of annoying to have to keep going back to the menu. And I know it's better than in the OG Aura Kingdom, but I still think that there could be some improvement. What I think would be ideal would be if you like just start at the top and work your way down, and it just automatically pops you into the next dungeon so that you don't have to keep opening this up. But yeah, yesterday when I was doing this one, because this one's particularly bad for mobbing, I was literally just clicking and then stretching. Real Water Pro will drink room temperature tap water, run through a filter 3 times. You know what? I like ice cold water. My water bottle is full of ice and water. Honestly, the final boss of this dungeon takes so long to spawn even. I think it was in high school that I had I had a teacher who said that drinking ice cold water is good for when you want to lose weight because your body expends calories to bring it up to temperature. And I keep thinking back to why they would even bother telling us that, because I'm sure that the amount of calories it is negligible. And yet still, that professor was kind of trying to impress upon teenagers about losing weight. I just think it tastes better when it's icy. And that's why I use my water bottle from... No. Hashtag not sponsored. Oh, this game actually started with plus 30, but on the contrary, it's... the resources are easy to acquire, as compared to in regular Aura Kingdom, where free-to-play players can only get 10 a week from the LP store. You can actually just farm them straight in dungeons, and you can get plenty of them. Like... Obviously, I don't have any of the weapon ones handy, but I've got 2,540, is that 3 or 8? I can't even read it. 2,543 of the accessory ones right there, so that's very, very clearly not in short supply. It's just that this game requires gold for fortification. Now, they're doing a full barred Sky Tower run. Oh, I got turned around. You know, that might be fun, but I'm probably going to be working tomorrow. I'm on call, and it's a stat holiday on Tuesday, so I anticipate they'll have a decent number of people that call in tomorrow, so that they can have a longer weekend. But if not, maybe I'll try and get in on this Sky Tower. Boop. Yeah, this is why I just ran past all this on the other run, is because it takes too long for these guys to pop up. Yeah, it's not in every province of Canada. It is, now, and some people will call it a BS holiday, but it is Truth and Reconciliation Day. And it's my understanding that not even all regular employers would consider it to be a stat, but we do. Because we're government adjacent. Doug Ford. Yeah, no, businesses tend to not like having more stat holidays. That's a thing I can see. Oh, I just need, how many more do I, is it 499? Oh, just 5990. Canada certainly does. And originally it was my understanding that the intention behind the holiday was to be more like Remembrance Day, where it's not a day off work, but a day where you would actually attempt to do something meaningful or hold ceremonies in memoriam with the intention of actually doing something about it. But instead, it's kind of been a large number of people just see it as a words on a calendar. Oh, yeah. Shoes. Shoes. Those are actually a little bit on the rarer side for the gold ones, aren't they? Because if I remember correctly, you can't get those with dragon points. Unless they changed it at some point. No. So these might actually be worth trying to see if anybody needs them. Hey, that's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad for the cheap one. For the low-level dungeons. Keep going. Kind of sad not watching the experience move though, since I'm so close to leveling up. Oh. But I feel bad about joining like a proper party when my weapon is so pathetic. Instead I join with Rem and I let Rem do all the damage. We were comparing yesterday as we were running. I opened up my battle progress here and we were looking at how much, like how many times more damage Rem was doing compared to me for the bosses. To be fair, though, I've been using a damage taken down emblem. Not a damage taken down, sorry, a crit damage taken down emblem. And the issue that I was suffering with there is that I thought that was the only reason I wasn't dying instantly with my low HP. But having taken it off, I mean, I was dying a bit more, but not as significantly more than I was expecting. So I was probably really hampering myself by not using a lightning skill emblem. You know, it might, but I don't think that I've personally experienced it. The battle progress menu itself seems to be working just fine. That being said, I haven't opened up all of the other windows because I know that even on the OG server, the battle progress alone didn't really hurt me that much. It's just the when you start opening up all the other ones, like the where are they? Over here, system settings, SFX and UI functions. These ones. These were the ones that really hurt. These were the ones that really hurt my my load time on the other server. Yeah. Now, I don't know if I'd be able to solo the party mode for the level 60 ones, but I should probably try, huh? Or sorry, level 70, I guess they are. Titan's Root. Maybe I'll try going up to Titan's Root. Because everything up until then is a cakewalk. These guys with all their manuals. Oh, shoot, I wasn't gonna take that one. I was gonna wait until I had 4 again, but... I'm not even getting any Weapon Master here, so it wouldn't be worth switching just to give it a shot. Less than 100 to go till I can unlock another gem slot. But if I remember correctly, the new dungeons don't even have gems, do they? Only 100. See, I was much luckier when I waited to open a bunch at the same time. Miner step done. Deep's Cavern. Later? Oh, really? I guess I wasn't paying that much attention. Even my gems aren't really that great. I should probably do a little bit more about them, but it's really RNG. Right? Got level 70 evasion one that I just stuck on there because it hurt to not have the, like the stats were so nice and I had an evasion gem I was replacing anyway. Then I got a rather nice HP one. And not as nice HP one. Oh, I didn't realize I had level 70 speed. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, the HP and the damage ones there, that's kind of where I'm lacking. And obviously I would have replaced the evasion one if I had something better. Now, here's the thing, is when Gren came out, before I used Gren, I had 15 on both sides for the mastery, which I thought was very weird. Like, before I used it, for some reason, it had gone up to 15 on both sides. So I was wondering... Oh, what's the gem in my inventory? I don't have one in my inventory anymore. There was one when I first started the run, and I threw it in the bank. That was just a level 50... something. I don't remember what gem it was, but it's in the bank. I can go check it out if you really want to see what it was, but there's no gems in my inventory right now. I do have a dual card Gaia though, and as I mentioned earlier, if anybody wants it, just DM me and I'll mail it to you. Oh, come on. See, that's even worse, as when the boss was vulnerable, then he does an animation where he's not vulnerable and I waste my skill. Here's the bank. And nobody say anything about the fact that I haven't done oddities despite having been the one that did all the guides for oddities. I'm just being lazy. There we are. Level 50 speed, level 50 HP, and another level 50 HP. So, I was thinking I might hit those over on my alt character here, but it's not like I use them enough to make it actually worth it. And I should probably clean my inventory because it's getting to be a bit of a mess here. Ah, what are you talking about? Aichi, I was absolutely not calling you out there. Oh. Maybe one of these days I'll do a stream where, oh shoot, that was the one I was going to see if anybody wanted it. Maybe one of these days I'll do a stream where I, try to do all of them without checking my videos and see if even I can remember how to do them. Oh yeah, I guess I don't really need that. I'm going to toss it. Now, I'm pretty sure I've got all the green stuff in the archive. Yeah. But I always double check. A little more crit stat should be able to 100%. Oh, wow, you are so much further ahead of me. Now, someone was commenting on one of the videos that the one of the lion by the entrance to Miner's Step was broken for them, but I checked and it was definitely fixed on our other server. So I was thinking maybe I should double check here and see whether or not it's broken in this game. Demon Lance. Flame Blades. Oh, is it fixed? Because someone was complaining about it the other day. Like, earlier this week. But that's what I mean, is that someone was saying it was broken earlier this week. So if it was fixed, I mean, was it fixed in the last week? Maybe they broke it again. They did a patch and broke it again, because that's super X-Legend-like. Well, I'll go check it again, because maybe they did break it in the last week or two. No, I don't really need the ore. Oh, but I do want the higher level stuff. Yeah, that's good. All right, detour. Let's find out. It'll be quick. I'm so good at streaming. I get distracted by everything. Rest well, Aichi. You've worked hard. At goats. Well, you know what's coming up in our other Aura Kingdom is the higher level ice abyss. So I'm thinking my wizard's gonna be the one to handle that. No, it's totally working here. I wonder what server that guy's on that it was broken last week. Hey, it even worked as a daily here. I'm pretty sure we don't have that on the other server. See, I always get 100 when I don't wait for more than one. Alright. Back to Deep's Cavern. Oh gosh, they're moving so fast. I can't even keep up. People keep asking me when my next video is coming out and what it's gonna be, and it's like at this point, I don't even know. I'm probably not gonna make a Lance 101 video because I feel like, as compared to the way that Stellar Sphere and Starcolor worked, where their mechanics aren't even properly explained, you have to read through everything. Lance is at least a little bit more intuitive, in that the skills do what they say they do. No, just a second. There we are. Oh, I only made one coffee. I kind of wish I had made two. I should add another coffee, actually. If he's spawning, I'll come over here. See, to make that little thing fit in the size of a square, I did have to cut off parts of the cup. I hope you guys are okay with that. Or rather, Plinko is okay with it since he's the one that's using it. Nope, that doesn't work because that's got the shadow there, so I'll just stick it over top and Nakama over here. Oh, and I did get the bug where I got double multiplayer rewards from a single run, and it was actually in the Infernal Abyss. Oh, see, again, when I don't wait till I've got a bunch, I only get 100. But yeah, I did the Infernal Abyss party mode, and it gave me 2 copies of the box for having run it once. I mean, I was running it twice because I was trying to fill out my holy chest a little bit. If you do Infernal Abyss once and it reset, you'll get twice. You mean across the reset? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Because, I mean, if you're gonna bug something to get more LP, that's the dungeon to do it, because that's the one that's, the achievement doesn't reset from daily reset. So the one of two will linger until completed? I'm still not 100% sure what you mean by that. Like, if on the day before you didn't do it a second time? Okay, interesting. So I had the same thing happen randomly, I thought, on a couple other dungeons, but it might have just been like, for example, that was when I got the call from work, so I didn't finish my run for that day. Okay. I mean, it's not like you're getting more. Unless... No, it's not like you're getting more. It's because it would only work every other day, and you'd still be losing out on one of 4 boxes. But I guess if you were only going to do Infernal Abyss once per day, then every other day you'd get a second box. Honestly, it feels like the gaps between those rings are so large that it doesn't even matter. It doesn't seem to miss them very frequently. You know, it's as I continue to run even dungeons that don't drop anything that are useful to me, that I remember back to them saying that they wanted to disincentivize boringly continually grinding the same dungeons. Instead, they've made it so that you need to continually grind every dungeon. Oh no, guys, I've only got 52 minutes to be able to pick up this, plus 25 fortification pack. At least I got one. What if I put Tear Infusion on that skill? That is a great question. I'm not a fire DPS here, so... Yes, that is a pop-up ad in the game. When you hit plus 24 fortification, and you can scroll back to when I was doing fortifications, it will pop up a window saying, "Oh, you're almost there! Don't you want to get an item that'll make it finish now?" And it's like, come on. Such skim. I should, like, actually fill this out. Well, it's not going to trigger when I one-shot everything, so... Well, one of the problems with Steam is that it was overwhelmingly negative before the game even came out, because people couldn't play it yet, and they were downvoting it early. Is it even triggering that? Huh? What the heck is this? So it spins the fire around me. Okay, but that time it didn't even hit those guys. I don't even know what's going on. Needless to say, it's not like it's triggering a lightning orb around, or a lightning sphere around everything. feel like the other skill I had it on was a better choice. Because I'm not entirely sure how this interaction is working at all anymore. Like, is it playing the animation, but then the flames are actually triggering at the target? Or is the flame separate from the skill damage that's going out? Because... Okay, no, the flames still hit that guy. That did kind of look like it was... Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so if I drag these guys over here... No, there's no way that that flame damage missed those guys. So something's going on with the AoE of the flame skill when you're using it with this infusion. And I don't understand what it is, but I don't think it's ideal. So I'm gonna stick Tyr back. I think I had just Kotonoha because I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually, Tig is probably a better choice. I'm just gonna stick Tyr back on this one. Which class is my favorite? You know, if you'd asked me any other day, I would have said Bow, but I'm having a lot of difficulty with Bow in the other server because Bow is they changed the way that it plays so significantly that it's not the class that I liked before, and I need to figure out how to play the new version of it. So Bow's kind of slipping in my heart, even though aesthetic-wise it's my favorite. Yeah, the rework has changed the way that it played. So Bow used to have pretty good crowd control in that even though it was a little bit lacking in the DPS department, you had this really good field of effect skill, the dimensional arrow, that left little spheres on the ground that would absolutely nuke everything that walked into them. And plus your ice arrow did a nice little fan shot so that you'd be able to hit a bunch of enemies all at once. Which was nice, I really liked it. But the way that they changed the class is that it has basically zero AoE. It's got one skill that does a little spike on the ground that's a single spot. And it does a lot of damage, but it's not like Dimensional Shot used to be. It's just not. So I really like Whip, and not just because it's fun whipping things. That's definitely not something that I would ever say, so don't take that out of context. But the Whip Master class, enjoy that one quite a bit. I also enjoy the Wizard. I've been playing that a lot on the other server, but for some reason I didn't feel it properly on this one, so it didn't quite feel right on this server. And then Gunslinger is the other one that I've got at cap, so that's my favorite. That's my favorites, is the ones I've got at cap. Guns and Whip, and then obviously Bow I used to love, and I'm working on Wizard right now, so that's probably about my third favorite. Yeah, I think that's the list. As you can see, I'm big on the ranged classes. What's the other one? Ravager, which also isn't out on this server. I'm a big fan of that one for its amazing range with the fire bounce. So I wonder if they're gonna nerf the heck out of that one. Once it comes here, like they'll reduce the range and whatnot. That's Candy O'Core done, so off to Wrathborn. Yeah, it's the absence of Gren. Well, yeah. I think what I dislike about Gren is that its bounce skill feels like it should be going much further. And it used to, like, when they first did the, well, see, Stellar Saphir is really, really good on the OG server. Because, especially if you're playing alone, Stellar Saphir just feels so right. But on this one, whenever you're playing with a Stellar Saphir, they keep knocking back all the enemies. So Stellar Saphir is great when you're playing solo, and you really need to be able to, like, stay alive, because it's got gigantic AoE, which means that when you're knocking back all the enemies, it's not that big of a deal. But in this game, when you're playing on a team, and you've got two Stellar Saphirs, and yes, Plinko thinks I say Saphir weird, okay? I get it. Anyway, on this server, when you've got two Stellar Saphirs in the party, like, everything goes flying, and you can't hit anything, and they keep getting knocked out of my Nebula when I was playing Starcaller. Like, I would do more damage if there was less Stellar Saphirs around. I'm sorry, I got heated. And I got turned around. And yes, I've got Guild Barrage on, because Guild Barrage is the best thing they ever did in this game. I love it. Which is why, if you join my guild, you have the bulletin notice that you might be visible in a live stream. So, hello error code with the memo, Constantine. You're on live. Right. Because it does all the pushing around. It does not share targets. Oh shoot, I lost the There we go. Yeah, but Dark was easier to build. I actually still haven't even bothered trying to do a physical build in this game for any of the classes, but I probably should. As I said, I do have a physical pet, so I've at least got the first step down. You know what? I've actually had 3 cups of coffee today, which probably doesn't sound very convincing in front of this many cups of coffee on my desk, but I had a coffee this morning, and then I went to my mom's house and played with Stella a bit and had another cup of coffee, and then I had another cup of coffee here with the start of the stream, but I am currently out. Yeah, the issue with physical damage in the original Aura Kingdom is that it's just so much harder to build, and people give me a hard time for it. Did you see how much that missed everything around me? Nice. But yeah, people keep telling me, no, it's not harder to build, and it's like, it totally is, because there's no physical trophies. The only physical Eidolons are Tyr, which is just a generic all-around sort of basic Eidolon. Oh, congratulations, Lousy. You are now in the top fans. Wow. What an exclusive club. What do you mean that's too much coffee? That's like... It's fine. Until I get a heart rate monitor and you guys can watch my heart rate, you cannot tell me I've got too much coffee. Although that would be fun. I feel like that would be fun. Yeah, someday I could do like a live stream and try PvP so you guys could see how PvP does more damage to my heart than coffee does. I do have a coffee, but right now I don't have like an objective or a goal target thing. It's mostly just if you donate, I will go buy a cup of coffee at a cafe. But as I mentioned, right now I'm not As I mentioned, right now I'm not actually doing any kind of discretionary spending like that because of the air conditioning repairs. I don't even remember how much it was, but I'm pretty sure it was like 80 bucks Canadian or more. And I feel like in terms of things that I would like to get to improve my my streaming is I really do want to just keep saving up for a new model. Oh, 25 USD. Was it really just that? Well, that's still like, what, 50 Canadian? And if it's shipping from the States, add another 50 for the tariffs. Or do we just give it a few more months and see if the Supreme Court knocks out the tariffs? Oops. You know, there's that company GamerSups was doing a promotion where they were offering actual free samples, like literally free. But then when you actually went through to get them, it was warning you like, hey, actually, if you order these, you might be responsible for tariffs when they arrive. And it's like, well, no thanks. Actually, many years ago when GamerSups did that promotion before, I did try to get some and they just never sent them, so I don't know. If I ever got to the level where I was actually dealing with sponsors and GamerSups came to talk to me, I'd probably ask them what happened there first. Can you imagine? I actually got to the level where I might have a sponsor and the first thing I say to them is, well, okay, but 5 years ago... 5 years ago, when I tried to get a free sample, you never even sent it to me, so what happened there, guys? The beef is alive. Wait, what do you mean by you agree that they're out of anime girl thighs flavor? I don't even want to know what that was supposed to be. You know, the other thing that GamerSups does is when people use your code enough, everybody's always like, oh, use my code so that I can get my own custom flavor. But, obviously I would have to do a coffee flavor, and those energy drinks where they use fruit flavors, they always do like a fruit and coffee. Oh. Oh shoot, can I not get through the wall anymore? Or did I already kill him? When I wasn't paying attention. I must have killed him when I wasn't paying attention. Well, right, because if my community is ordering things and just not receiving them, then that's not acceptable. And then, of course, it's moot, because Canada Post is on strike again, so nothing would have been delivered anyway. Oh my gosh. You just literally want to see the number go over like 160 or something, don't you? Because I'm such a scaredy cat. But yeah, no, that would be quite an investment for a game that I've never played any of the Silent Hill games before, so that would be quite an investment there. For a game that would really only hurt me. Also, hello, Abram. I mean, if you're cool with it being on livestream, Rain, we can run. All I want is LP. Imagine just having a heart attack live on stream. Actually, I didn't plan for how long it was gonna take. Soma? What's Soma? Oh dear, is this something I should Google? I didn't really go in with a plan today, Rain. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna play Lance, and we'll see what happens. So if you'll let me clean my inventory, we can totally do some runs. Yeah, that's a debacle. Debacle of an inventory. It's even worse in this game because I can't get more backpacks. Throw my fortifications in here. Tsubaki fragment. I need to do something about those stones. Oh, shoot, I was keeping that. And I was keeping that. I should open the boxes. You get slightly more gold, but I don't feel like it. These ones are significantly more, though. Yeah, we're gonna open up the key fragments. Throw those in there. Probably throw that in there too, actually. I swear I had more of these belts. I was trying to do a 5-star without having to actually craft anything. I swear I had more. I must have accidentally sold them to an NPC at some point. Where the heck did I get energized symbols? Hey, my LP is enough! Guys, I'm moving up! Imagine if I accidentally bought the wrong one. Dark attribute skill and damage plus 3,000. Yay! Where are my keys? I guess that kind of looks like the character in the thumbnail, so now my thumbnail isn't a lie anymore. Oh man, I had to search for that art. Oh, that's because this is Lust Puppet. The purple skin is her normal mode, but this version is when she's in the like you can see the flavor text is Lamia na I will always remember you. That's because it's relevant to a higher level map. That's what the S20s? S15s. Yeah. S15. And then after that, she gets the yellow skin with the yellow details on her dress. I should probably buy the class buff. Mustard Karis. Yeah, the yellow and purple. Oh, hello, Hogwarts Dropout. Say hi to YouTube. This person said he was just watching my stream. Oh, I know Boba Quest 2. Hold on a second. Let me grab... It's this one, right? I'll buy like 20, why not? No, I'm not going to use Lance that much. As soon as Bo comes out, I'm done. Mustard Karis. They should add Karis as an Eidolon. Should add that to the auto use. Okay, so yesterday on my other account in the other version of Aura Kingdom, I was trying to get my hands on small experience crystals. And it seems like only in Kaktakara you can get them. Hey, Hogwarts Dropout said hi, YouTube, so everybody say hi back. It seems like you can get the small crystals from the bounties on this map, but generally, farming small crystals is so annoying. Honestly tempted to leave my character fishing overnight, even at the expense of the electricity, just to get some. You can. Well, congratulations, Lousy. And yes, you can convert them, but it's still a pain to try and farm all the low-level ones. Oh, Plinko's just being Plinko. Yeah, and they have that in the OG Aura Kingdom as well. Anyway, apparently this is Sausage Karis, but whatever. I'm looking at her shoes, not up her skirt, okay? Nice greaves. With the frilly bits. Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. I just thought, I was thinking about going from the lower level ones up, like AFK fishing, and then converting from the dusty ones all the way up. But now that you mention it, the idea of going down makes a lot more sense. So thank you for correcting me for being such an idiot, because I need probably like 600 of them on that account. Resounding lances. I'm so glad I was able to get her while it was active, though. I was saving LP to try and 4-star Alucard, but during my last stream, someone gave me a hand for that. So I was able to... Like, I didn't have to spend all of my LP to get the 4-star Alucard, and that basically made it so that when they dropped the Karis this week, I was okay. So I don't... This is gonna sound terrible, but offhand I do not recall who it was who sent me the stuff that I needed for Alucard, so I'm sorry, but thank you for your contribution, because wow, I was dying. I'm not used to having to stand in the middle of the pack. I should probably use these. Lunar! That's right, it was Lunar. You can see how much of a good memory I've got. Which is nil. Honestly, the fact that this game doesn't have a database is kind of suffering. Like, it doesn't have the same kind of database website as we have for the other version. There's so many things that I just do not bother remembering because I know I can look it up. $8 million on that boss. I don't even want to know how much Rain did. I am not contributing DPS, guys. Yeah, I need that. I need this weapon fortified up. I need 3 million. 10 times. Literally 10 times. Yeah, sure, Rem's a support. I got work to do on a lot of things. I think the next thing I should be saving up LP for would be probably I should be doing my secret stones. Originally, I was hesitating to invest too much in my secret stones because I was worried that they'd introduce the secret stone evolution, which would be just an absolute waste of re-rolling anything lower. But since it seems like instead of doing secret stone re-rolling, they're just gonna do like specialized secret stones from these dungeons for different armor parts. Yeah, I probably should just actually get a set of secret stones and re-roll them. But, oh jeez, I want to wait for Bo. Too true Hogwarts dropout. It really is. Yeah, I guess secret stones can go on Eidolon gear now too then. That was probably too early. Winged Duke might get a secret stone. That's actually true. Secret stone and Winged Duke set. Whoop. Oh, shoot, not that again. I barely had a second to react. No, at least I can get a cup of water. Look, the hands just pop up after the boss dies. I had one moment until it went from the red circle to dodging. I saw them coming, and even then I didn't make it. Hey look, I'm doing the most DPS, he's focused on me! Not really. Yeah. I was definitely doing much better on my Stellar Sphere. Well. No, Starcaller, Starcaller. I get those mixed up all the time in the names. Orb versus Dragon. Boss throwing hands. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I still have that Thunder Punishment to figure out how to use. Well. I don't know how much of that damage is even mine. Probably not much, but this isn't the place to be fighting. I should be coming up here. So one of the interesting things about the way this game works is that you can't have ground below other ground that's traversable. Like, you can only have one spot or one elevation at any given spot, and that's why if you can run underneath it, you can't stand on top of it. So the way that they've designed some of the dungeons here with like the staircases that zigzag like that is actually quite neat in the way that it kind of tricks you into thinking about how elevation works. I always thought that was a really interesting limitation. Oh yeah, look, I got one this time. Yesterday, I got 0 emblems between our runs. Tab target is being kind of mean to me today. Well, what I should have done was bought one of those day charms. One of these guys. I should have bought one of those guys, but I was saving my LP because I really wanted to get the doll. Or the contract, I guess I should say. I think the problem might be how long the battles are taking, because I'm trying to activate my triple fire mark and then go on to use my Hymn of Doom. But by the time I get to my Hymn of Doom, the boss doesn't have much time left on him. Or at least, that's what I'm gonna say to make myself feel better for the fact that I'm doing 1/10 of the damage of other people. That cannon sound is really quite something, huh? You can absolutely pre-stack 3 of the fire marks. I'm just bad at remembering to do it. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this class. It should be better, especially since you can use the the whatchamacallit skill to get 2 of the fire marks at once. Now I'm just gonna kind of run in a big circle. Yeah. You can absolutely pre-stack the fire marks, but... I'm just doing a bad job of it. Alright, my excuse is not valid. I only did 6 million there. Yeah, I got some fortification to do yet. Well. The thing that's tripping me up right now is that I need more of the basic... No, it's just move speed. I need more of the basic mid-level weapon fortification ones. Because I cannot get my weapon... I can't get my weapon up. And I probably shouldn't just be putting it into damage, but I'm gonna anyway, because you can't stop me. Nobody can stop me from putting my points in bad places. Oh, they totally did. They did nerf Lancer. I'm just gonna say that I did go ahead and get my hands on the Orange Mastery. So what I'm contributing to this party is 6 stacks of 3 damage taken increase. I can do math. That's 18% more damage taken. That's what I'm contributing to, okay? My damage may not be much, but I'm helping my party do more damage, okay? Okay. Because I did get the orange tier 1 for it. Yay, level up. No one can stop me. The damage taken may not be the best one. But, considering that I'm not doing much damage, I thought that that would be best for if I was in a party, that I can contribute something. That was my thought process. At least, I hope that it's at least more helpful than nothing. And I don't think Hogwarts is watching, so... Oh shoot, I don't want to pre-spawn the boss. I might have done it anyway. That wasn't too rough. And I was hyped for Ranger too. That wasn't so bad there on that boss either. Lava stones aren't the best in this game. Right? Oh no, because it's... Never mind, because they're the hands... Lava stones are now hands ones, so you basically kind of should be getting one. But again, I don't have... Yeah, they're for gloves now, they're not for weapons, because the Zephyr stones with the damage and the move speed. Snowflower. Aww. I feel like Duelist is a really, like, slow-burning class. Like, it's got a super high damage potential on its one hit when you build up everything with the stacks and whatnot, right? But you still don't see anybody playing it because it's so annoying to solo things as a duelist when you can't, when your AoE is next to nothing. Which is part of why the new warbow is so suffering for me. Hey, look at that, I had aggro, that means I was doing the most damage. Oh, and a Kaiser Zeta spawn. Ooh, and I got a Lava Lord emblem. Nice. Nothing. Anybody get something? Somebody got a key fragment, but I couldn't see who it was. Whoop. Oh, Ram, thank you. Yoink. It's because I'm in my mail now that you've sent me something in the mail. I still can't afford one of the day charms. It's kind of useless to use it at this point. Missed all the dungeons that would have been worth having it for. Yeah, I'm just kind of anticipating that I'm gonna get called to work tomorrow, but if not, if I don't get called to work, I really think I will be, but if I don't, I figure I'll try and do another live stream. Yeah, so I was going to type it out, but I'll just kind of explain it out loud. The reason why I think we probably won't ever get a fortification transfer ability scroll type thing in here, or if we do, it'll have some kind of odd level-based restrictions on it, is because of how significantly less gold can be spent if you fortify like a level 1 item. So the amount of gold it costs to fortify your gear is directly proportional to the level of the gear. So if they were to release an item that would transfer the fortification from one item to another, you'd basically have everybody only ever fortifying on the super cheap ones, and the amount of, like, what, that's like more than 1,000 gold. I mean, you saw how much I spent, and I got lucky on my fortification for the accessory earlier today. You'd be saving massive moolah by fortifying lower level gear. And I don't think they really want to open people up to that. And I should probably be focusing more on the fight, not chit-chatting, but yeah, they did drop a fort transfer item for people that had fortified, I think it was it a weapon? Or a certain piece of armor? That ended up getting its effect changed? I spent less than 7k. I spent weeks Carefully saving only to watch 1000 G go for one item. Oh, it's suffering. I just feel like there's too many gold sinks in this game. That's my problem. Is I feel like they've got way too many things that'll just suck the gold away from you. If I were actually fortifying all of my gear, I would not have this tiny nest egg. And then what? People are still charging 600 G for backpacks? It's crazy. Oh, it's 800 G for backpacks now. Great, cool, love to hear that. Ugh. Yeah. $1,000 G per backpack. Although to be fair, they're that bad in the other server now too. It's just for people that want to get them with gold. It's just, you can still get them with LP. Yeah, I sold some backpacks in the other Aura Kingdom for 800 G a little while back as well. And then I bought that, the pet that was in Paragon yesterday for 7,000 this morning. See, if they were selling the individual parts of bags and in the end it added up to 40k LP, that's one thing, because you can just kind of work towards it slowly and your bag isn't suffering in the meantime, right? Like you can buy a bunch of the basic 5-slot bags, work up to the 30-slot or the 20-slot fortification or fusion scroll thing, and then it's not as bad because at least in the meantime you've got a little bit more space, whereas saving up 40k when 40k is enough to buy all the supplies needed to 4-star an Eidolon. No, not all of them. Yeah, it's enough for 2 beads and a ring. It feels like a waste to spend that on a backpack when 4-starring an Eidolon is a bit more helpful. And relatedly, I'm not sure if there's anybody here that's curious as to why there's something pinned, but that is an exchange code for Aura Kingdom Impact for, it'll net you 2, oh, I could have used one of those day charms, oops. It'll net you 2 day charms, a premium mastery pass, and 5k LP. Buenas what is this? Well, messaging me in another language. Man, this game actually allows you to have a couple instances running at one time. I believe they said you can run 3 instances of the game at the same time. So if you have 3 accounts, you could technically create your own party with those 3 accounts and run them all in the dungeons. But the problem is then that this game doesn't have Roar to share drops, so you wouldn't get the you wouldn't get stuff. Oh, 6 of yous. Really? It'll let you run 3 Steam instances at the same time? So even if you're not botting, you could play multiple accounts. But now that you actually need to hit the chest to be able to get LP... I mean, am I one to talk? I'm the one that played both Aura Kingdom and Impact at the same time on one stream. Although, to be fair, that was a lot of fun. I should do it again. Yeah, as long as the games don't take priority on the mouse where you have to like unlock it to be able to switch to a different version of it, it's not too bad playing multiple instances at once, but at the very least you're not like farming gold on 2 accounts and sending it back and forth or anything. Or at least I wasn't. But I'm starting to think like maybe no, that it would be dumb. I don't really want to play another account just to farm gold for myself. Yeah, botters for ST, huh? Really want to get their hands on those manuals. I assume that they're doing it for the manuals. Oh, here you go. Purple Karis. And she's gone. Pink Karis. I've been running, Sky Tower with Crimson. I'm in their Discord. Oh. Slowly losing players. Maybe that's a bit of an understatement. I could see them merging this into the CN server, to be honest. Oh yeah, Blue Protocol. I'd still like to try Blue Protocol. Like, should I, when Blue Protocol comes out properly in English, or is it actually only going to be in CN? You know, it's funny because when Amazon was going to be doing Blue Protocol, I actually had signed up for their global launches in 2 weeks. Okay, so when Amazon was going to be doing Blue Protocol, I actually signed up for their special creator program. Intention being that I was hoping that they might like provide some kind of like helpful assets for stuff for creators. And ultimately, I just sat in this Discord where you needed to give Amazon a bunch of your personal information to get in. And then it never came out, and Amazon closed down the Discord so that nobody could send any messages in it either. So it was very disappointing. Oh. I thought for a second I lost my sound effects. So I'm not positive about like marking days off of work for it, but I might try Blue Protocol just cause yeah, well, Amazon already had my info because I've had to purchase things on Amazon anyway. You know, I really wanted citric acid. Not for anything nefarious, just because I really like sour drinks, and I thought citric acid was the way to go to just like really kick the sour level of my beverages up to another tier. But I could not find citric acid anywhere. I ended up ordering it on Amazon. So there's some things that you just cannot find except on Amazon. And then there's other things that you could find on AliExpress for cheaper, and it's just the same thing that Amazon is selling. By the way, highly recommend, if you're a big fan of sour beverages, citric acid does the trick. The bag also says that it's good for cleaning things, so I guess if you want a cleaner that's a little bit more food safe, citric acid. Just don't add too much because it's very strong. Anyway, I should look into that Blue Protocol thing, just because I am curious. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen a Hansel and Gretel spawn. Oh, I literally just saw now that you sent me a link to this Soma game. Plinko. Repair check. Actually, I should probably repair. Not that I've been doing enough damage to actually damage my weapon. Yeah, your durability reduction does appear to correlate with how much damage you're doing, because I've been fighting a decent amount and it's not very damaged. Either that or I repaired it midway. From the creators of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Wasn't that a... Hold on a second. Is that the game I'm thinking of? Copy... No, it's not. I seem to remember I had a horror game for the GameCube that had a similar name. Yikes. Hackers and exploiters, huh? Blue Protocol Star Resonance. What day is the actual release? I'm opening up the website on my other window, so I can't see chat for a second. Oh, it's on Steam. Release date, October 9th. And I'm not even looking at the game right now, so if I die, it's completely my fault. What day is that, actually? What day of the week is that? October 9th? Thursday. Depending on the time zone. Maybe I mark the Friday off and have a nice little party for it. Man, I really wanted to try Blue Protocol quite a bit before, but now I feel like the hype is just completely gone for me. But I'm gonna give it a shot, so if you're interested, I'll look into what time the servers are opening, and I'll look to see whether or not there's some kind of flexibility with my work to be able to not work for it. You know, just to give it a shot on the opening. I guess I'm an MMO streamer after all. MMO, gotcha. Oh, shoot, I wasn't supposed to do that, was I? I think we'll be okay. Probably shouldn't lead the pack when I'm the one that's the weakest, huh? Tap targeting is really letting me down today. Ugh. Yeah, and the guy's going into the inaccessible zone. Not a big fan of the way this dungeon's laid out. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're not careful, you'll get hit with those, basically, regardless of whether or not you're careful, you're gonna get hit with stacks of debuffs that will make it so that your damage is 50% down when you enter the boss dungeon, or boss room. And these up. But the cool vibes music are keeping me going. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got my mastery building up over here. And again, you guys can't stop me from making bad decisions. I know damage is not where I should be putting my points, but it's just so easy. Oh. Rem sent me more emblems so that I can try and get some secret stones. But the temptation is just to hold on to them until I've got my bow class, you know? Oh, try not to die here, eh? These are the stacks I'm talking about, the corroded weapon. So, if you're struggling on the boss... Whoa, that was a lot of... There's a lot of bombs. Missiles, that was the word I was looking for, missiles. Oh, somebody... Oh, right, we got a wizard! He can cleanse it! Perfect. Yep, she got me. But they did it. I'm not too worried about the boss kill, but the LP would be a real shame to miss. That was on me, though. I even saw the fact that I was gonna die there. It was guaranteed. Aura Kingdom got 76 million, Rem got 217 million, and I got 2. Although that was against the chest, so to be fair, it wasn't against the boss at all. I really do miss my lifesteal. That's for sure. Although I should probably lock in a little bit more. Trying to actually try not to die a bit. I'm glad we started stopping here to actually clear the mobs though, because it was very challenging to clear them all in that tiny hallway when they kept running into the wall. Yeah, whatever. This is where I think I might be feeling the effects of no longer having my critical damage taken down. Because I used to use a 50% less critical damage taken emblem, and now I'm using a DPS emblem. but my damage is so low because I haven't been able to fortify up my weapon that I'm not really hitting very hard. So, oh wow, that's interesting. Oh, it's the purple smoke on top of the, interesting. You didn't even see his HP move. Why is my tap target going so badly? Wow, I'm not gonna die again immediately after I got here. Keep forgetting that this is not a healing effect in this game. It doesn't have any healing at all. I feel like my best role here is, based on the amount of damage I'm doing, is just to get my Hymn of Doom down as fast as possible to debuff them and call it a day. Oh dear, I've got a healing debuff on. Oh no, it's the damage one that's making it so my heals aren't doing anything. Honestly, I probably should have switched back to Star Color if I wanted to contribute anything to this fight, but I think I stuck my Star Color weapon on my alt character and did not bring it back. So I might not even have the fallback right now. Did I? Yeah. No fallback. There's no escape. My objective is to get in here, get the debuff down, and then try not to die. Oh, thanks, Alucard. Not bad. Oh. Oh yeah. 20% chance of activating Thunder Spike, triggering crit plus 510 for 15 seconds, can stack up to 5 times. That doesn't sound horrible, considering how much crit you need. But is it better than the detail damage? Is it 5% detail? Oh, I guess. Nap that LP. Okay, that time, even though I waited for a bunch, it was still a bad turnout. Oh boy, got a lot of green costumes there. Already collected. Yeah, I'll probably have to make my level 80 accessories. Oh, there's some, but I don't really feel like going through them individually. Alright, welcome to the Florida's Lava and the Elite's Heal. Right, so these stacks called Rejuvenating Aura. Every time these guys approach another one of their kind, they stack up. So if you've got like 5 of them, they're healing 10% HP per second. So, don't bring them to the boss. The second set does a damage buff, so obviously don't bring those to the boss either. But these guys are a right pain. Look at all these debuffs. I survived. No big deal. Nobody saw. It was a lot easier today than it was yesterday. I think we got a better party in general. And I did get the orange buff for Soul Strangler, but it's only a 3% increase on damage. That is like, I'm not going to say negligible, but isn't it like 7% on the other server? Like the numbers are already so small, why do they have to nerf it more? I don't remember there being a damage taken on here, was there? Yeah, it's accuracy down or increases self-damage. Or move speed by 3%? No. I'm already using damage taken on the big one. Anyway, this is Florida's Lava Zone, so don't stand still. That was significantly better than yesterday, so obviously it's not me. You know, the thing about Gren is that it feels like they want Ice Gren to be possible considering some of the nodes on the Envoy, but really you've only got one Ice skill. So it feels like a waste. He's talking about Gren, Rem, not floating cannon. Oh, you're on Ice Path, so the bosses are dying faster. Okay. Wait, but doesn't that mean that my my Flame Holy Chest is useless? Just switch for one boss and then go back? I guess so in this game because the switching paths is a 10-second cooldown. Yeah, I was thinking earlier I might try to solo the new, or sorry, not the new ones, the levels 70, I guess they are, dungeons. But yeah, now I'm pretty confident that that's not going to be possible. Not unless I can get my fortification level up. Three skills. I only remember there being one. Oh, Ayako doesn't do the infusion element? Interesting. Oh, I guess we need more infusion eidolons. They should set it up so that you can get multiple for every element. Ah, whoops! I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry if that was loud. I don't even remember how much longer we have in the run. I didn't pay attention to what dungeons we were doing. Yeah, that was definitely more than a 5% heal there, or was that a critical heal? Actually, I should probably use another one. Oh, hello, Hansi. Oh, sorry for the bad timing. I know most of my audience has like it says most of my audience is awake earlier in the day than me, but at 6 a.m. live streams are pretty hard to pull off. So I've been doing later, but I am going to try to find days where I can start quite a bit earlier, because I know there's a lot of people, especially in like Europe and Asia, that can't tune in. So sorry about today, but hopefully soon I can get some days locked off where I can start early in the morning. Oh, Tuesday I have got guaranteed off work because it's a stat holiday. I mean, I do need 70s, but it's fine. I probably should take a break anyway. Oh, I reached screen. I only 8 minutes left on my cards anyway, so it's not like it's a waste, but yeah, I should probably take a break after this. I just need it to. Good changes. Questionable whether there are any, isn't it? Honestly, I'm a little bit spent right now, so it's kind of hard to say what changes they've made. I read through the patch notes. Oh yeah, I guess one of the good changes is they had took away Tyr's bounce effect because it was causing people to lag. So what they replaced it with is this lightning orb on the ground, which does damage to things that stand in it. So I guess I don't hate that. But I do miss when using one Tyr skill would decrease the durability on your weapon by like a couple points every time because it was hitting so many targets and doing so much damage. The good old days. They adjusted Wizard. They adjusted the Tachi. Actually, we saw that earlier. They adjusted Tachi a bit. Alright, I got my weapon thing down on him, applying the debuff so you guys can do the damage. Oh, and I guess depending when you left, they adjusted the LP for completing party dungeons to no longer require that you use the recruit function. So now it's killing the chest at the end, and you can get basically one for each party run on one character. So you can't do it on your alts, but you can get 2 from dungeons that have 2 runs. should have like a little notepad on my desk rather than trying to do it on my PC, because I should have been making notes about things we talked about earlier. Alright, get out there. Oh gosh, now I'm yawning just thinking about resting. Although, frankly, after sitting for 3 hours here, I should probably go for a walk. Egg. Thank you for parking. It should be... If it's the same as the other game, the Eidolons that spawned here were like, Amaterasu? I don't know. I don't remember. Amaterasu might have been Otherworld. Does it tell you? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, there is a fish gear collection. No, it's definitely not Shirayuki and Zeta, because they are definitely not in there, or at least if it's the same as the other game, it's not Shirayuki and Zeta. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Jones. Boom. I think it might be Alice. Tomb of the Ancients Hell Mode. Uriel and Amaterasu is not Otherworld. It's regular. Otherworld Tomb of the Ancients is Alice and Ayako. There we go. Ciao. At least on the OG server. So unless they've changed that, then we should anticipate Uriel and Amaterasu. I know it feels weird because Alice and Ayako are a little bit more, I don't know, I guess I'd say they're less fancy seeming now, but they did come out later. Oh, gosh, the yawns are getting me. Big EP energy going on over here, so I'd probably call it there for today. So thanks for joining me for this little adventure into Lancer. I don't think I'll be releasing a Lancer 101 video because the mechanics of this class are a little bit more, I want to say self-explanatory compared to the ones where I was doing the 101s, where it had like a whole bunch of different things going on that weren't very well explained. But yeah, no, Lancer does seem to be pretty straightforward. At least I don't feel like I have enough information about how this class is supposed to be played that I could actually create a guide for it. You got your marks, your skills, and then your release, but at least this one explains what each different release is in a menu that doesn't reach the entire width of the screen. So good luck with that if you're playing on Lancer, and apparently lightning is better, and having a plus 13 generally means that you're not going to be doing much damage in end game dungeons. So we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by, and I said I'd go for a walk, but I might just go for a nap. So good night. Yeah, bye.